everyone, so today I wanted to talk about how you can save money on textbooks in college. And I am pretty sure this video is going to be very long, so I'm just going to hop right into it. And for starters, I'm going to be talking about the bookstore. The bookstore basically has everything that you will need in college. It has all your textbooks, it has all the supplies, whether it be pencils, pens, book markers, book covers, if you still use them. They have aprons, they have goggles for your chemistry classes or your science classes. They have combination locks. They have binders there. They practically have everything that you need. But let's just talk about the textbooks for right now, right? The bookstore will have practically every option available for you, depending on your professor. Because your professor tells the bookstore what he or she wants their students to buy. So they will bring out only what they want. But if you look at it as a whole, the bookstore has plenty of options. For example, one textbook can be in 5 options. A textbook could be in a hardcover, you know, like the regular textbook. I don't have a textbook with me, but you know how a usual textbook is, right? If you're coming right out of high school, you know what it is, right? And, okay, so it can be in the version of the hardcover. Another option could be the loose leaf version, which means that it doesn't have the hardcover. And the good things about the loose leaf is that you can actually put it in a binder, or you can just take out the chapters that you're going to need for that day or that class time, and you don't have to carry the rest of the pages. You just need like about 20 pages and that's it, and you don't have to be lugging around like 10 textbooks in your backpack. So that's the good thing about the loose leaf. But the bad thing about loose leaves is you can't sell it back to the bookstore later on. So, I mean, compared to the hardcover textbook, you can try selling it back to the bookstore for money. It won't be as much, but you get something. Maybe later, after you sell back your textbook, you can go get ice cream with your friends or go get a Starbucks or something. But yeah, okay, so hardcover and loose leaf. Another option could be the ebook version. Now this one, it's an online copy of your textbook. Every school has different, they have different rules. At my school, you only get the textbook or the ebook for about 6 months, and then it expires. So you don't have that book for a long period of time, but it's enough for that one semester. And let's say you end up failing that class, and you would have to buy the textbook again. So there's pros and cons to everything, but it just depends on you, right? You have to take yourself into consideration when buying your books. Let's see. I think that's it. They have the hardcover, they have the loose leaf, they have the ebook version, and it might come in a package. Okay, that's another one. It might come in a package. And when I mean a package, it means that it's going to have the book, and it's going to have an online access code, which means that maybe your professor wants you to do homework online. That could raise up the price for quite a bit. But yeah, okay, so the bookstore has all of that. Now, I'm going to tell you how to save money on that. Everything that I'm about to tell you, you have to, one, make sure that this is okay, that you're getting the right edition and you're getting the right version, because there's quite a few textbooks that look the same, but the ISBN, they're different. So you have to pay attention to those when you're buying it online, or if you're getting it somewhere else, like on Craigslist or Amazon or something like that. But okay, my first tip is to buy the textbook in an older edition. Now, let's say that you're taking a math class, and this edition that your teacher wants, that it's in the bookstore, it's the 9th edition. I would suggest getting the 8th edition, just because if you look at it online, if you look for for that textbook online, it's going to be way cheaper. That's usually how it goes. If you buy a textbook that's a previous edition to what's the current edition, it's going to be a lot cheaper. And I remember that for my English class, I had a book that was in 8th edition, and the 7th edition was about a penny. A penny on, I think it was on eBay or Amazon, one of those two. But a penny, come on, a penny for a textbook, that was so awesome. But yeah, so now the downside to buying an older edition is that the homework is going to be off. So you might have to go ask around your friends, hey, can I see this page so I can copy it on the homework? Or you can ask the professor directly, oh, can I borrow your textbook and just take a picture of so-and-so pages? But yeah, so buying an older edition is a very good way to save money. But there's always downsides, but asking people around if you can borrow their book just so you can take those homework questions, it's going to be fine. Because basically the only difference between the current edition and the older edition is probably the homework assignments, and just a little bit of information has changed, not that much. So you're basically going to get the same information, you're just gonna buy it for cheaper and you're gonna save money. So older edition. And I guess my next tip would be buying the book online. You can go to Amazon, you can go to eBay, Craigslist, and there's one website, which I forgot what's it called, but there is this website where you can buy the international version, which I'll get to next. What else? Oh yeah, so yeah, I think we all know that if you buy it online, you can get it for pretty much cheaper. You can get it in a new edition, you can get it in a used edition. It just depends where you're looking, but yeah, if you buy it online, you're gonna end up finding it for cheaper. Not always, but most of the times. As for the international version, the only difference is the front cover of the textbook. If you compare let's say the US edition and the international edition, the front cover is going to be different, but the material inside, from like page to page, it's going to be exactly the same. And the homework assignments might change a little bit, but the information that you need to study for that class is going to be the same. So it's going to be, again, cheaper. So you might want to look into the international version. And again, I'm sorry, I forgot what's the name of the website where you can get the international version, but maybe you guys know, and so if you guys know of any place where you can get the international version of a textbook, leave it down in the comments so everyone can know. Okay, so I got that. What else is there? Oh yeah, okay, for freshmen, this might be a little bit difficult to ask because you're a freshman, you don't know that many people. So by the time you go to class, it might be too late. But probably when you're a sophomore or even the second semester of college, you can start asking your friends if they have that book. You can start asking them, hey, did you take this class with this professor? Do you have that book? And they'll be like, oh yeah, I have that book. I can sell it to you for this amount, which will be cheaper than the bookstore. Or even online, because they're nice to you and they love you and they want to give you a good deal. And you can even have amazing friends and they can give it to you for free. That's always the best. But yeah, asking your friends is another tip. And I think my last tip would be to go to your library. Now this way you absolutely do not have to pay any money for your textbook. In my school, it's called that the textbook is going to be on reserve. So that means that the professor left the textbook in the library for every student, available for any student to check out throughout the whole semester. Now that means that there's two options 2, not 4, 2, that you can check it out. You can check it out for 2 hours, or if you're really lucky, that textbook can be checked out for about 1 whole day. And I think this gives you like an extra push to do your homework and actually study, because you won't have the textbook at home, so you can't easily like slack off. So those 2 hours when you're checking out that textbook, you're going to be focused. You're going to be on top of it. Yeah, because you're going to have the textbook for 2 hours, so use that time wisely. You're going to be in the library, you will be doing your homework, you will be studying, and if you need to, you can always recheck it out. That's how you say it. You can recheck it out. Yeah, sure, let's go with that. And then throughout the whole semester, you just saved about $300. $300? Yes, textbooks can be expensive. Now, so there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tips. There's 5 tips for you to save money. I guess the only reasons why you there's like no escape from buying the textbooks from the bookstore is if it's a custom edition for your school. So let's say that you have a teacher that worked with some other professors for a specific course. They all wanted that custom edition, and that custom edition is for your school only, and those professors will be kind of picky and only want that textbook, so you can't have the choice of buying another version of it or another edition. They want that book. And I guess another one would be if your professor actually wrote the book and is only giving it to the bookstore. So, it all depends on the professor. Maybe he's famous and he has it online everywhere. But yeah, I hope these tips will make you save money, because I know textbooks can be expensive. Also, check out your bookstore. Maybe they have renting options. That could be cheap too. And so yeah, to recap, you can buy an older edition of the textbook. You can buy it online, get the international version, ask your friends, and go to your librarian to see if they have it on reserve. And that way you don't have to pay any money. And then at the end of the semester you can go partying or go on a trip and stuff like that. So yeah, I hope you guys found this very helpful. And if you guys have any ways to save money on your textbooks, leave them down in the comments so we can all agree or disagree. We can all talk about saving money. Yes. But yeah, leave them down in the comments. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will talk to you in my next video. Bye!